Hi, I'm Colin Considine here at WMSD TV Studios, and welcome back to WMSD TV News. As students are returning to school after the break, they are taking time to reflect on their hiatus. Rain Wessler is here with more info.
After a long semester, teachers and students finally got their break. Throughout this 2-week break, some students and teachers got to go places that they couldn't go to during lockdown.
I went to Georgia over the break.
Probably my Disney trip has to be my favorite because I went with family friends and I had a blast because I hadn't been in a few years.
I went on a cruise.
I went to Ginny Springs in Tampa, Florida. I went to a bunch of waterfalls and I also went jet skiing, so that was fun.
Instead of going on vacation, some students stayed home and spent time with their family and friends.
I actually didn't go anywhere over winter break. I went back to Chicago, which is where I'm from, for Thanksgiving. So this time, a couple of my sisters actually flew into town from New York, and then one drove down from Gainesville. So I actually got to spend Christmas break I live in Coral Springs and Parkland for winter break.
Over the break, I just went to my friends' houses. We didn't travel or do anything, really. That was definitely one of my favorites because I can't do that normally during the school year.
My favorite thing was spending Christmas with my family because I don't see them that often.
I stayed home for the most part over break, but I did go visit my grandparents' house.
Probably the highlight. I love my family, but I get to see them all the time. But one of the things that was a lot of fun is this is the first major break for a lot of my old students. So actually, a lot of my old students, like ones who are freshmen in college and stuff, actually reached out, and so I actually got together. I think I had like 5 or 6 different lunches over the course of a couple of weeks. So that was always fun.
Students all thought that this was a much-needed break.
I very much enjoyed it because midterms and second quarter, for that matter, was stressful. Because as a senior, I had to apply to a lot of places and wait for the letters to come back. So I think definitely having some time off to recuperate and just enjoy myself was needed.
Students and teachers loved having this break and are now back for a second semester. This is Rain Wessler reporting for WMSD TV News.
The Robotics Club is looking forward to their first competition held by First Robotics. Joshua Cramison is here with the story.
Marjory Douglas has a wide array of clubs to join. One such club is Robotics, where students learn to build a machine that will accomplish given tasks in a competition headed by First Robotics, an organization that aims to teach engineering to students. Robotics Club has its annual kickoff in January, where the theme of that year's competition game is revealed, and teams can start working on their robot.
The number 5196 is the number of teams that are associated with First. So that means that we were the 5,196 team to join First.
Kickoff was online this year due to COVID and was held on First Robotics' Twitch channel on January 6th. During the event, teams such as MSD's Team 5196 found that their robots would have to shoot balls into a large basket to score points. Shooting from the ground gives a few points, but managing to have the robot stick to monkey bars and shoot from there yields even more.
Competition is, wow, that's a good question. 1 second. It's March 3rd through the 6th. Almost forgot that. So it's March 3rd through the 6th. It's in West Palm Beach, Florida. And we're doing it in the West Palm Beach Convention Center. And we have over 60 teams competing, 60 different high school robotics teams that we're competing against.
Teams will have to work fast to build their robots this year, as competition is only 3 months away. Members of the club can assist in multiple different ways, the most common being the physical build of the robot or coding its program. Coding is important, as the robot will have to move on its own without human interaction for the first few seconds of the game.
My job as an officer is to design flyers, posters, and basically all the graphic design parts of the club.
Fortunately, MSD's team was able to keep their unused robot from the canceled competition 2 years ago, and they have been reverse engineering to figure out how to build a new one from scratch. The competition is fierce, but only time will tell if First Robotics Team 5196 is able to come out on top. This is Joshua Cramison, reporting for WMSD TV News.
JROTC teaches students about discipline and respect. As they perfect their drills, Nikki Desperino is here with more details.
JROTC is a program where kids learn discipline and how to serve others respectfully. The kids do drills to perfect their stances and learn to use that in marching. It impacts the community and our school by providing a good representation of the students. We decided to interview some of the JROTC students and see what they have to say.
JROTC has changed my perspective of life by teaching me a lot of discipline. A lot of disciplinary actions happen in the JROTC room. JROTC has made me a better person by teaching me the self-discipline, leadership, honesty, integrity, selfless service, respect. Just taught me how to respect myself, my parents, all the adults. Drill, discipline, and honestly listening. Listening is a big factor here in drill, and honestly you need to listen in the real world in order to succeed. So I take that from drill. Yes, JROTC keeps me active as well. We have a Raiders program, which involves a lot of running, push-ups, exercises, all that kind of stuff. And as well, while we have drill here, it gets you up in the morning, ready for practice. And we have a lot of service learning events too, where we wake up early, we help out the community. It's really beneficial for us and for colleges and stuff.
It's definitely had an awesome impact on me. I joined JROTC when I was in 7th grade, and I was a completely different person. I was shy, I was quiet. It's definitely opened my eyes to a lot more perspectives in life, and it's allowed me to grow and change as a person. From drill, it's definitely discipline. Being able to stand still and be able to do everything perfectly. It's taught me how to be disciplined with myself, with my relationships, with just my life in general. Absolutely does. It keeps me socially active, it keeps me physically active with our Raider team, and it keeps me mentally active. It's always got me thinking and making decisions. Definitely the relationships that I've formed. I've met a bunch of amazing people in our ROTC, relationships that I'm going to stick with my entire life, and bonds with teachers and other cadets. It's just something that I'm always going to value.
This is Nikki Desperino with WMST News.
That's all for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Colin Conta, and I'll see you next week on WMSD TV News.